Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do this fall little flower silverware holder. These are super easy, they're quick, they make great table accents, especially around this time of year when you may be hosting friends and family for dinner. For this project, you'll just need the size hook of your choice and the yarn of your choice as well. I am using the Impeccable, and this is a 100% acrylic yarn. You will not need very much yarn for this project. It's a 4-weight medium, and there are 285 yards in each ball, but again, you will not need nearly this much for one of these. I am also going to be using a 6mm crochet hook, as well as a yarn needle and scissors as usual. For the flower, again, you can use any kind of yarn. I recommend sticking with the same yarn that you've used for your main fabric. And for the flower, I have used, again, it's an Impeccable 4-weight acrylic yarn in red, and I've used the same color and yarn for the center as I did for the main fabric. You're going to want to start with a slip knot on your hook, and you're going to chain an even number, and this even number will be the total width. So this will be the width of the top of that holder. So this width here. So you want to chain an even number that gives you the width that you need. I went ahead and chained 16. Once you have the chain length that you need in an even number, you're going to single crochet right back into that first chain. You're going to skip the next, and you're going to work a single crochet V-stitch in the next. So you work a single crochet, chain 1, and a single crochet right back into that same stitch. And that is a single crochet V-stitch. We're going to skip the next and work another single crochet V-stitch. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same. We're going to skip the next and work a single crochet V-stitch in the next. And you're going to work this pattern all the way down, ending with a single crochet in the very last chain. For row 2, we're going to chain 1, turn. We're going to single crochet in that same stitch, so that very first stitch. Now we're going to find the chain 1 space in between each single crochet in that V-stitch. And these can sometimes be a little bit difficult to find. Look for the 2 stitches that you made. So I've got a single crochet here and a single crochet here, and I want to split those two, and I'm going to work a V-stitch in the middle, which is working a single crochet V-stitch in the chain 1 space from the previous single crochet V-stitch. And we're going to do that all the way across. Here is the stitch that I worked into. There's my V-stitch. There's one single crochet and another. I'm going to split those, find that chain 1 space, and work a single crochet V-stitch right into that space. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Jump to the next and do the same thing. Work a V-stitch, so single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Skip to the next, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And you're going to do that all the way down. So into the middle of each single crochet V-stitch, you want to work a single crochet V-stitch. And that is the pattern. And like I said, the hardest part is finding those single crochet, the middle of those single crochets. So again, I like to skip one and then just find those 2 stitches. So you should have really those 4 bars in a stitch, and you want to split those bars. So you want to have 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and work right in the middle of those stitches. When you get to the end, you'll have this last stitch on the end, and you're just going to put a single crochet right into it. And that is the pattern. So you're just going to repeat that all the way for as tall as you want and need your piece of fabric to be. So we always chain 1, turn, single crochet right back into that first stitch. Find your chain 1 spaces of each V-stitch and work a V-stitch, a single crochet V-stitch into it. Once you have completed a number of rows to give you the total length that you want, you're going to do one last final row. We're going to chain 1, turn. We're going to do a single crochet in that same first stitch, and we're going to find that next chain 1 space and do a single crochet into that. We're going to find the next chain 1 space, and we're going to work 3 half double crochets into that chain 1 space from the previous single crochet V-stitch. For the remaining chain 1 spaces, you're going to work a half double crochet shell stitch. You're going to stop and work a single crochet into that last chain 1 space of the last V-stitch and into the last actual stitch. So go ahead and work as many 3 half double crochet shells as you have V-stitches, except for that last V-stitch and the last stitch. And you're just going to single crochet into the last one, last chain 1 space, and the last stitch. Like how we started, we single crochet to start, and we put a single crochet into that first chain 1 space of that first V-stitch. But in between, you're going to work 3 half double crochet shells. So I'm at my last V-stitch. I'm just going to work a single crochet into it and a single crochet into that last stitch, and I've kind of finished off that top. You can fasten off. Go ahead, take a moment to weave in your ends, and then we will sew this up and I will show you how to make the flower. All you want to do is just fold the bottom probably about 2 inches, but again, you can customize this as much as you need. So if I'm looking at the one that I've done already, I can kind of measure that up so I know where to start my seam. And you're just going to want to seam up those 2 sides on the bottom, and I'm going to leave a decent tail so I can weave that in at the end, and you can seam up your 2 sides however you typically like to seam up sides. I am just kind of going for a very simple whip type stitch. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to seam this up and then sew my bottom closed, weave this tail in, and then we'll make the flower. Let's make the flower. We're going to start with a magic ring, chain 1 to secure the ring, and you want to put 12 single crochets into this ring. So I'm just going to work 12 single crochets into that ring. Once you have 12 single crochets, pull your tail and slip stitch into that first single crochet that you did. Now I'm going to change colors. You can change colors any way you want. For me, I'm going to put my hook in as if to finish that stitch, grab my new color, lay it right over my hook, and just pull that new color through both. And now I've changed colors. Now we're going to work some petals. We're going to chain 1, and into that same stitch we're going to single crochet. Into the next stitch we're going to work a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, another half double crochet, and a single crochet to create a petal. So single crochet, and this is all in the same stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet, and that creates a little petal. Into the next stitch we're just going to single crochet, and into the next stitch we're going to work a petal. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and single crochet. Into the next we single crochet, and into the next we work a petal. So you're just going to work this pattern all the way around. You should have 6 total petals. We've got 1 stitch left. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. I'm going to work my last petal into this last stitch. And then we are just going to slip stitch into that first chain, that first stitch. We have a little flower. You can tighten up your centers, fasten off, weave in your ends, and then we will sew this flower onto our fabric. If you've left a long enough tail on your center, you can just use that tail to sew onto your fabric. And basically you just want to place your flower onto that seam that we created earlier, and I'm just going to go right in and come out and then go up through the middle of my flower and just weave that in. So however is easiest for you to weave an applique type fabric onto the actual fabric, go ahead and do that. There's no right or wrong way for this. Whatever's easiest. I always like to come up through the center of my petal here and then work my way down. And just make sure that you're not sewing through that back part because you want this to be open. So I'm going to go ahead, finish that up, sew, weave my end in, and then we'll be done. Now I have a set of little silverware holders. You can make these in any colors that you want depending on the holiday. They're super quick, super easy. The little single crochet V-stitch pattern gives a nice texture and makes it look a little bit more fancy than just using a single crochet stitch. The flowers are a nice accent to kind of pull everything together. You can obviously use any sort of applique that you want depending on what theme that you're going for. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, happy crocheting everyone. Bye!